Hello everyone, this is Alexander Skauka speaking. I may have a question. If you can see the screen, you can see me and you can hear me. I would really appreciate your answer on chat, just to confirm it. Works fine, thank you very much. I think that we can wait 1 more minute and we'll be starting. I hope the sound is also good. Okay, I think that we are good to go. So officially welcome everyone. My name is Alexander. I'm Director of Solutions Consulting at Sales Monaga. And I have a great pleasure of running this webinar for you about key trends for 2024 in marketing and in commerce. We'll be focusing today on a couple of different points. First, I will explain what led us to the current situation, what are the key trends that are, let's say, still on, let's say, and what should we expect from the next year. So some of the things that I will be discussing today will be totally new. Some of them will be something that we could already see in the past years, but they are just gaining the importance or the volume, let's say. If you will have any questions, feel free to ask them on chat. We'll be happy to answer them later. But I think that we can already start. So first of all, what led us to the current situation? First of all, what we need to have in mind is that recent years teach people not to be loyal, unfortunately. Customers with a very high ease of access to different sources, different stores, having access to the internet, are not really motivated to stay loyal to brands, as they will see one of the other factors that leads to this situation is also the financial or economic situation. But in the end, what it means is that customers are making choices with their wallets. Not only with that, but this is important, which means that even though they might like your stores, your businesses, your brands, this is not the main decision factor, what they used to do in the past. They will be looking at current opportunities, current prices, current availability, convenience. And what it means is that for businesses, it means that if you are able to acquire new customers, you have to double down on your efforts to retain them, because they can easily switch to different brands and stores. 90% of customers are declaring that they don't have any issues in changing their buying habits, changing stores from which they are buying. So for businesses, it's obviously some kind of challenge. There's a question about if the presentation will be shared. Of course, it will be, also the recording, so no worries, everything will be delivered to you after the meeting. Okay, the next trend, which explains a little bit the lack of loyalty, are the reasons why people, what are the concerns of people when it comes to their buying decisions. And here we can see that the main factor, as usual, would be money, unfortunately. Almost 60% of consumers state that one of the biggest concerns are rising prices of products. And it comes from inflation, it comes from war in Ukraine, it comes from post-pandemic changes. So like 60% of all consumers say that the biggest concern are the prices. However, Some other things that affect the decisions about buying habits is the fact of the war, are extreme weather conditions, unemployment. So people are not that fast to make investments that are not necessary anymore. If they can, they are more conservative in making some decisions about how to spend their money. And if they already spend it, then the price is also very important. That's very interesting because there is a lot of buzz about how the marketing budget changed in times of pandemics. So we all know that in 2019 and afterwards, when the pandemics came, the budgets were pretty high. Also, what we learned is that as the offline businesses had to be closed, people went to online, and this resulted in huge growth in the online businesses. So there were new companies opening. There are some known brands were rolling out to different countries. A huge amount of investments were made to be present online. However, as the situation with the pandemics changed and offline stores got opened again, we can see a huge change in how the budget is used and what is the budget for marketing. So with this slight change in 2021, what we can see actually is that the marketing budgets are not dropping drastically, but they are dropping a little bit compared to what they were. However, what it means to marketing teams or CMOs is that they shouldn't expect huge growth of budgets, because in the current times with inflation, rising prices, huge competition, companies cannot afford spending more on marketing. They need to stay lean. They need to stay. They need to be optimizing their budgets. So the main challenge for marketing teams will not be maybe huge drops in budgets, but how to effectively use the budget they have, which is lower than it was. So with the growing prices, growing inflation, lower the power of money that you can spend on different things, it's all about how you can really optimize the current budget, how you can make the full use of what you already have without really counting on huge changes in what will be the budget that you will have in the end. And obviously the huge impact of war, because what comes with war is growing inflation, broken supply chains, valuation of different businesses, how businesses are, how much they need to spend to get the goods that they were delivering, because there are lots of products that were coming from different countries involved in war, embargoes and other factors related with the war. So we can change that. Even though there was a huge drop in the retail e-commerce sales in 2022, it is going to steadily grow still, but not that fast as it was before. So as I said, this is not a thing that we should still expect drops or like lowered budgets, lowered revenues coming from online, but it will grow, but not as fast as we were expecting just a few years ago. So let me now focus on those main trends for 2023 and 2024, because why are we even having this webinar about this today? Q3 ends, let's say, it's end of September now. There are just 3 months left in 2023. So it's a good time to summarize what we already know, and we can get to the first conclusions already, because it was very interesting year when it comes to what was happening in e-commerce business, in marketing. There was a lot of new technologies coming. There was a lot of innovation, and the ways marketers worked are also changing. Some of the key trends that were forecasted for 2023 actually happened, and they are going to be extended to the next year too. One of them is artificial intelligence. I will focus on all of them in a bit in more detail, but just to give you a higher level overview. For artificial intelligence, there are some predictions that by 2024, the value of this market in e-commerce will reach $6 trillion, which is huge. Then what is super important is also concerns about data privacy. People are more concerned about how their data is being used, how the data is gathered, if they are being tracked. And there are some evolving regulations and growing awareness of issues related with data privacy that companies need to face somehow to answer the needs of customers. What is also related with the customer data is the growing importance of zero-party data. This is something that will heavily affect the way companies will communicate with customers in upcoming years. Also, because of the fact that personalization is one of the biggest trends, and without zero-party data, it will be not that easy to personalize your communication with customers anymore. Huge trend is mobile commerce. That's something that we can see for years already, but for 2022, 2024, it's actually predicted that m-commerce, mobile commerce will stand for almost 70% of retail e-commerce sales. And the last thing that I have for you for today is the growing trend of unification of MarTech stacks, consolidation and aggregation of the technologies that are used in online businesses to, again, get to the point where you're using your budget in the optimal way and still being productive and not wasting time on things that you shouldn't be doing. So these are the main trends. Let me get deeper into them. So first of all, AI, of course. It wouldn't be possible to have this webinar without talking about AI. This is something that we are all aware of. AI everywhere. There are going to be more and more solutions offering machine learning and AI capabilities that allow marketing teams or marketers to reduce the amount of work that they need to use on generating content, on personalization, on analyzing data, because the solutions, technology is so powerful that it can do a lot of work for us in no time, actually, when usually it would require a lot of effort from people to get to the same results. So we are talking here about the growing importance of generative AI. So we all know about ChatGPT, some image creation AI. So what AI can do for you is generate your texts, generates images, generate descriptions for products. You can use AI in chatbots to have more meaningful conversations with customers and deliver it faster. You can use AI for recommendation systems, to personalize the website, to generate product descriptions, to recognize images, to suggest products that are looking similarly to other products that the customer liked. So with the huge computing power that is available now, even mid-size and small businesses having access to these technologies that were available only to enterprise-level businesses in the past. So there was a survey from McKinsey in which respondents were asked about the impact of AI on the revenue. And as we can see, 65% of marketing and sales representatives find that there are growth in revenue thanks to AI. 8% of people are telling that the growth is over 10%, 19% say that it's 6 to 10% growth, and almost 40% see at least 5% growth in the revenues thanks to AI. So it all leads to a situation where there are going to be more and more solutions based on AI that will help us to be more to tailor our offer better to the customer, to be faster in delivery, to be more accurate when it comes to analysis. And besides that, it will improve the experience of customers, as customers are also looking not only for the price, but also on the convenience, how fast they can find products, how easily they can find products in your offer. They will be choosing not only based on the price, but based on how much time they can spend buying in different stores, how convenient it is. Also, this is related with the mobile commerce. So, and also image tagging recognition, this AI part. So the growing importance of mobile commerce, using mobile devices for buying products. Each mobile phone has a camera, so you can make a picture of yourself or like run a video, and then you can see how products will be looking when you were wearing them, thanks to augmented reality. Yeah, so this is all we're heading towards this more interactive approach to buying than it was earlier. It's not like buying products from catalog anymore, no calling, no having conversations with customers between consumers and your sales reps. It's going to be fully automated, and to make it effective, this automation needs to be super tailored for every person. Their experiences needs to be one-to-one personalized, and AI and machine learning and automation is giving us this possibility. The second trend is about data privacy. So there are some, I would say, this is super important from the perspective of both consumers and businesses, because how the data is used, how the data is gathered, more and more people are aware that they are being tracked. Actually, there are some surveys telling that over 70% of customers say that it's impossible to not be tracked by some kind of businesses to get some promo offers or tailored offers. People are all aware that with the growing number of devices, growing importance of internet, being always connected to the network, there's always someone who is tracking our activities. So on one hand, it means that people are aware that they're being tracked. On the other hand, it means that more and more people know that somebody is making benefits out of their data. And if there are some companies that are mishandling the data, don't comply to the regulations, or are misusing the data of customers, customers will not have any doubts if they have to make a choice, should they be buying from such company or not. So they can leave the business immediately when they see there's any mishandling of data. And why this is important in 2024? Because one of the major things that will happen in 2024 is something that was announced for many years, is the phase out of third-party data. So businesses will not be sharing, or like technically they will be not sharing the data about customers. Every person will be more anonymous in the internet thanks to that. So neither Google or Facebook will not be able to track anymore your all activities in the internet. They're going to anonymize part of your data. Based on that, share the information about consumers with businesses, and based on that, the businesses will be will have to somehow still try to be personalizing as good as possible their communication, but with the limited set of information. So yeah, and also there are new regulations coming all the time in the European Union and outside of European Union that businesses have to comply to. So that's one of the huge trends here for sure. What is related with data privacy is zero-party data trends. We can see it for already a couple of years. It's growing. The importance of that is growing. So as I said, third-party data will be phased out. Businesses will not be able to track activities of customers across the entire internet. So with that, the importance of the data that businesses can collect directly from the customers is bigger. The more data you have about your customers, whether it's first-party data or zero-party data, just a quick explanation. First-party data is because you are buying from a specific business. This business can track your activity on their site. not on other sides. So you as owners of businesses or marketing teams are not able to say what your customers were doing outside of your website, but you will be able to say what your customers are interested in when they're browsing your page, what they're browsing your offers, what they're buying from you, and based on that, you can personalize. Zero-party data is a little bit different. Zero-party data is actually declarative data of the customer. They're answering your questions, they're sharing their preferences with you, filling surveys that you're sending to them, and based on that, you can personalize. And what is the main difference is that zero-party data is fully based on intent to share this information. People willingly share their preferences in order to get better personalized offers. And why this is important? Because you will not get zero-party data if somebody will not be sharing this information with you. You cannot borrow this data, you cannot buy this data from other company. You have to first build trust in the customer, and then you can ask for this information. So those companies that can prove that they understand how the data should be used, that can properly use the data that are gathering from customers, can expect that people will be more willing to share more information about themselves to get better experiences. If you don't have any strategy for collecting this information, you might find yourself behind the competition who is already doing that. One of the mentioned trends is the growing importance of eCommerce. As you can see, this is what I said earlier about we all know that the trend is shifting from desktop internet browsing to mobile phone internet browsing. But a few years ago, it was like that people were browsing on mobile, but buying on desktop devices. Now it changes. People don't have that much of concerns to buy on the mobile phone. Actually, some businesses are mobile first. There are more and more businesses are developing their mobile apps, not native mobile apps that allow customers to buy directly on their mobile devices. And this is also coming with this convenience that I mentioned earlier. So this is not only the fact that they have their mobile device always with them, but also that the mobile devices are better connected to the internet most of the time. They have the cameras, they have possibility to use additional features that are not that easily available for desktop browsers. Like, for example, augmented reality. Have you already tried some, for example, jewelry stores that you can make the video of your hand and you can just wear the ring, or you can wear a scarf or t-shirts, and you can see how it will look like. You don't have to go physically to the store and see if it fits you or not. So this is all related with that. And you can see the value of the market is growing really high. By 20 it will grow by 43% from connected in 2023 compared to 2022. So it's growing really, really rapidly. One of the trends that are not that popular, but we should keep this in mind, is sustainable e-commerce, especially with Z generation, younger people who are not only looking at let's say pragmatic part of the product, but also they want to connect themselves with brands they are buying from. So they are verifying with what values brands are connected. What is the message that the brand shares together with their products? And one of these trends is a value related with sustainable environment. You have to pay attention to like carbon trace, to if the products are produced in fair trade environment, or if there is no harm made in the process of production, if animals are not harmed, and trends similar to that. This is something that is, as I said, mostly related with the younger generation, but it is a factor based on which the people are making decisions. If they have a choice of buying products from a company, store, or brand that they can identify with, they don't have this this harmony that they are buying products that are developed in not eco-friendly way, for example. So it's super important for these people. What is related with all these points that I mentioned earlier is the growing importance of personalization. One-to-all message is not working anymore as it was earlier. So I remember times like 10 years ago when the best strategy for your email marketing was to just blast 5 newsletters a week. So every customer in the end will buy something. But this is not the case anymore, because again, getting back to the data privacy, to the way the data is used, if customers see that they shared some data with you and you are not paying attention to what they say to you, what they want, what they are interested in, it all results in decreasing effectiveness of your communication. It leads for you to suboptimal use of your resources. So again, getting back to the how the budgets are spent, you're just spending money on campaigns that are not driving results, and sometimes on the contrary, are leading to situations when customers are just getting frustrated. They are not interested anymore. They're going to unsubscribe. So or they are just not going to pay attention to anymore to any of your messages if you are not able to personalize these messages. So again, if they have a choice of switching to different company, you are wasting money on campaigns, on delivering messages or ads that are irrelevant. They are learning that you don't care about their preferences. They will buy from the competitors, and then they can easily switch, and you are wasting money again. So this is super important. And why this is crucial in 2024 and why we should pay attention to this. This is related again to zero-party data, data privacy, and the optimization of the budgets. Our messages needs to be personalized. It is a necessity now. It's not it's not an add-on and some additional value, but it's a base now for all marketing communication that is happening online. And this is something that I think will be one of the most important things when it comes to affecting daily work of marketing teams in 2024. We can already see these trends happening in, for now, this is something that is more popular in enterprise level businesses, but it is going to very quickly happen also in mid-sized businesses and small businesses, where, and I mean here the entire topic of unifying MarTech stack, because we have these customers that are always connected to the internet. Customers are using different devices, so being able to track the entire customer journey, being able to see different behaviors of different stages of the customer buying cycle, it is crucial to make good decisions about the investment. What campaigns you would like to spend your budget on, how you would like to personalize communication. But with this growing complexity of the buying experiences, as I said earlier, different devices, different ability to track customers, limited possibility to track customers, marketing teams are getting more and more dependent on IT. And in the past, it was like that marketing teams were owning the entire process, entire marketing activities, how the data was tracked. But now we can see a trend that they are starting to more specialize. So with the growing number of different technologies, tools that you are using, it is harder for marketing teams to be really specializing in all of these technologies. So what we can see as a trend in the enterprise level businesses is that some of the responsibilities for managing the tech stack is moved from marketing teams to IT teams. There have more technical people that those new specialized technologies require more technical skills, and it's harder for marketing teams to really sustain their work, their productivity, if they have to manage so many different technologies, integrate, maintain the connection between different systems. So what we can see is like a shifting responsibility for managing tech stack from marketing teams towards IT teams. So what we can see is that marketing teams are leading the process. They are saying what we need, what kind of technologies we want to have, what kind of use cases we have for them, but the configuration, setup, maintenance is moved towards IT teams. And why this is important? Because imagine how you can be managing your communication now with customers as you have different communication channels available. So you can have to have a software that will allow you to send emails, to send web push notifications, to send text messages, to personalize the website, to personalize experiences in mobile app. If you have offline stores, then personalize offers on POS. Then if you would like to make really personalized messages, you should somehow connect this data, aggregate it, make some analysis based on that, populate the data in different channels again, sending some campaigns. So it's a huge effort from many people in the organization to deliver that if you are using a lot of different technologies. So what is related with that, besides the change in responsibilities, is that businesses started to consolidate different solutions and aggregate. So what it means, so instead of using a single solution for multiple different solutions for single purposes, like separate system for running email campaigns, separate system for running website personalization, separate system for analysis of the data. There are some specialized technical solutions like CDPs, customer engagement platforms, that allow you to use a single solution with a single interface to run different kinds of campaigns. But still, what needs to happen is aggregation of data. So businesses have to be so specialized in collecting data, in making analysis on the data, personalizing communication in different channels, that one of the key trends is also to aggregate different solutions into a single one that can later on help you to manage the data. So what we can see is that businesses need a lot of specialized solutions that they can integrate into single platform, and then making it accessible for marketing teams. So IT teams will be, actually that's something that will happen, will be more responsible for system maintenance, for setup, for making sure that technology works, giving marketing teams single interfaces in which they can already utilize the data, make some use of the information that is collected thanks to the IT team. And it gives more time for marketing teams to spend on marketing operations rather than sustaining the technologies, learning about how to use different things. So marketing will be more productive thanks to that, as they will have already integrated working solutions maintained by IT teams. So this is I hope that is clear what I meant. So this is I would say something that will be a huge change that we should look towards in upcoming months and years. So what it means to you as you will be making some decisions, you should already look for solutions that can help you to consolidate and aggregate different solutions, and you should already negotiate with your IT to have to take the responsibility for setting it up, maintaining it, giving you more time to focus on marketing operations. Okay, so these are the main trends that we prepared for you. However, there are some other ones that are also waiting and are going to grow. So just let's say honorable mentions will be for eCommerce. So every time you can order products and can get fast delivery. So it's mostly popular with food ordering, but also from your grocery. It's more and more. There are more and more services available in different countries. There are some dark stores where these are not actual stores that customer can enter and select products by themselves, but businesses are just opening apps. Customers can order in the app, and then specialized company is going to deliver the products that were ordered in less than 1 hour usually. So this is something that we can see. There are lots of new businesses opening for Q-commerce, based on Q-commerce. Next thing that is that we can name, other trend that we can name is integrating shoppable videos. So you can watch a video, and as you're watching the video, you can buy products during watching this video. And something that I mentioned earlier, augmented reality and ability to visualize purchases with your smartphone. You can easily try on different products, see how they will look like on you. Like, for example, you're buying sunglasses, if you're buying a jacket, if you're buying rings, jewelry. You don't have to go to the store and wear them. You can just like open an app and see immediately and make a purchase based on what you already see. When it comes to technologies, just one of the last things for today, you should be looking into solutions that will allow you to run advanced personalization technologies, advanced personalization campaigns, solutions that will be omni-channel, as customers are using more mobile phones than desktops, but they can use it. They can be using their mobile phones to watch social media, to watch videos, to install apps, to browse the internet. So it is important to be able to track activities of your customers, get their data, get their consent to be tracked, and then deliver them really personalized experiences. What is related with the unification of MarTech stacks? All of these aggregated solutions that help you to manage different types of campaigns are usually manageable with a no-code approach in mind, which means that as you already are a marketing team that is not that technical, the technical part remains with IT. The usage of these systems is not requiring any technical skills. So for segmenting your customers, for personalizing your email campaigns or website, you will not have to know JavaScript, Python, or any other programming languages. It will be all matter of, it's already integrated. You're just setting up some drag and drop campaigns. It's immediately presented on the website. So it needs to be easy in management, but advanced when it comes to the data that is fueling your technology stack. And one of the things that is also related with the growing importance of AI is conversational marketing. So more and more use of chatbots, more and more possibility to get into the conversation with customers, collect their preferences, their zero-party data, actually making some surveys on the website. They can easily click on preferred choice, and thanks to that, you can more easily collect zero-party data that you will be using for enhanced personalization. So just to conclude, this current situation that is what we are in now is based on inflation, war, post-pandemic reality, huge competition on the markets, and of course the new technologies that are appearing on the market that are still developed. We need to be on par with the main players on the market. We should be adapting quite quickly all of these changes, all of these new technologies, because otherwise we can lose the competition for the customers in so competitive reality. So what we need to have in mind is always personalization, how we are managing the customer data, how easily we can adjust to their needs, how good are we in adapting to changes in their behavior, how good are we in the one-to-one personalization of our messages, and what we should be looking into are those trends that I just mentioned, that to be prepared that there are going to be still more and more solutions on the market. It is going to be harder to integrate all of them. So it's with this huge choice of different providers, different vendors, you should be aware on what's like. I hope that it helps you that this webinar helps you point those things that you should be paying attention to when you'll be looking at different solutions for personalizing your messages, for collecting customer data and managing it as your business as usual activities in marketing. So this is actually all that we prepared for today. I'm happy to hear if there are any questions. I hope that's interesting. It's just an overview of the key trends that we noticed, that we can see happening with our customers, questions that we are receiving from our customers. And yeah, that's something that's, as I said, some things are really new, some things we can see for years already, but just there's just growing importance of some of these trends. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them now on chat. If there are some things that you would like to discuss, some of the matters that I mentioned earlier here in the presentation, or you are interested in hearing more about how Sales Manager can help you with tackling some of these trends, I'll be happy to answer these questions also later on. So you can just connect directly on my email or LinkedIn. I'd be happy to discuss this with you. Are there any questions? I don't see any, so thank you very much for your attendance. I hope it was interesting, and wishing you all good rest of the day. Yes, thank you. Bye-bye.